Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we analyze the sources for episode 271 of the Swetlana AI podcast. And today, we are tackling, and I'm not exaggerating, what might be the single most important piece of cultural commentary of the year.
And that would be?
A 10-second, super grainy clip of Jon Hamm dancing like an absolute maniac in a club.
It sounds ridiculous, but you're not wrong. This little clip is so much more than just a funny GIF. Our whole mission today is to really unpack why this one moment from the 2025 show Your Friends and Neighbors has become the definitive pressure valve for modern stress.
Yes, we are charting the death of Don Draper's icy cool control, and in its place, let's say the glorious sweaty birth of the dad who dances.
So get ready. We are going deep into why we've all become these high-functioning stress goblins in 2025.
And why this meme is basically our flag. If you're ready to get way too informed about the things that shouldn't matter but totally do, please like and subscribe. Okay, so let's get into it. To really get why this dance is so damn powerful, you have to start with the source. You have to start with the just enormous weight of Jon Hamm's career before this. The character is Coop, right? A washed-up hedge fund guy in Your Friends and Neighbors.
And the contrast is everything. I mean, for a decade, his most famous character, Don Draper, moved through the world like his body was this expensive, fragile suit he was forced to wear. He was so contained. For Draper, any real joy was suspicious.
Yeah.
And vulnerability.
Yeah.
That was fatal. He was the mid-century ideal. Cool, detached, untouchable.
And now we have Coop, the complete spiritual and frankly physical opposites. Walk us through the scene.
Okay, so Coop walks into this dimly lit, chaotic house party. The track is Kato's Turn the Lights Off, and it's got this, pulsating drop. He just closes his eyes and lets go. It is pure, unfiltered, glorious middle-aged surrender. It is so far from Madison Avenue.
And the key thing, I think, is that there's no audience check. He's not looking around to see who's watching.
Yeah.
It's just head lolling, shoulders rolling. His hips are swaying like he's trying to shake something loose that's been stuck there since, 1969.
He looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that is the entire point.
He's not trying to look cool. He's not even trying to look competent at dancing. He's just trying to physically exercise the demon of responsibility.
And the internet, which spent a solid 12 years projecting all its emotional baggage onto Don Draper.
Yeah.
It saw this and just immediately got the reversal.
Yeah.
The joke was right there.
The captions were perfect. My favorite has to be Don Draper after 12 years of EMDR.
That one's good. I'm partial to Don Draper if the carousel pitch had been about the liberating power of house music.
It just highlights this huge shift in what we aspire to, right?
Yeah.
The fantasy isn't being the cool, detached guy anymore.
No. The fantasy is having that one moment where the mask slips and your entire life doesn't just collapse around you. Draper punished himself for wanting anything, for feeling anything outside the approved script for success. Coop is this realization that just wanting a dark room, a good beat, and permission to move, even if you look like a total idiot.
That's the most rebellious act there is.
It is. The dignity of the alpha male is dead. Long live the sweaty, slightly offbeat dancing dad.
Okay, so I think we've nailed why Jon Hamm himself is the perfect visual contrast, but the real deep dive here is, why are we using this specific image, this image of, like you said, glorious surrender, to talk about our own external stress?
Right, why this, and not, say, a picture of someone peacefully meditating on a beach.
Exactly.
Because the energy is not peace. The energy it's pure dissociation is coping.
Okay, define that.
Well, we're not talking about clinical dissociation here. We're talking about that cognitive reflex where when the pressure gets too high, your brain just sort of ghosts your body for a minute to keep things running.
It's like your brain is running two operating systems.
Yes, precisely. You've got layer one, the visible adult who pays the bills and answers emails. And then there's layer two.
The inner self that's having a frantic, chaotic party just to prevent a total system meltdown.
Exactly. And the meme works by pairing that internal party, that surrender, with the insane outward reality.
You see the image of the parent juggling a screaming kid and trying to order a pizza.
Or the office worker just buried under a mountain of emails.
But the escape isn't calm, it's this unhinged, chaotic dance. Isn't that, counterintuitive? Why escape stress with more chaos?
That is a great question. But the chaos is actually the key to the release. Because if your internal escape was just some peaceful image, it wouldn't match the level of the external stress. The screaming kid, the looming deadline, that demands an equally dramatic internal reaction. Coop's messy dance is a visual scream.
Ah, so it's the visual version of that little voice in your head that says, if I don't improvise some ridiculous joy right now, I will literally implode at my desk.
You've nailed it. That's why the whole high-functioning stress goblin thing works so well. You are physically there, filing reports, doing the laundry.
But spiritually, you've absconded. You're elbow deep in dishes, your kid needs help with their math homework, but inside your soul is Jon Hamm in a dark club, doing that sloppy, ecstatic dance.
It's that feeling of being physically present but spiritually elsewhere. At that moment you realize you've been on mute for 5 minutes of a Zoom call because you were mentally here, in this club.
And the funnier it gets is that the heavier the real-world responsibility is, the mortgage, the sick parent, the career change, the more liberating the mental image of Coop vibing out becomes. Which brings us, I think, perfectly into our last section, the absurdity of modern burnout. Because the meme's staying power, it isn't just about the contrast. It's about how we, as a generation, or generations, I guess, cope now.
Yeah, this plugs directly into millennial and Gen Z survival humor. It's all about surrealism, irony, and emotional contradiction.
Right, so the way to express crushing burnout isn't some serious think piece.
God, no. It's by putting your pain right next to something completely and utterly absurd.
The absurdity becomes the pressure valve. It's a safe way to confess. Instead of saying, I am overwhelmed by the crushing weight of modern existence, you post Hamm vibing wildly next to a picture of your student loan statement.
It's a really important evolution in how we talk about our feelings. The meme externalizes the survival mechanism. It's this ironic format for confessing, I have a high-functioning disaster, and this is how I'm rebooting my system.
And that gets us to the real aha moment here for you listening. The realization about the 2 layers of modern adulthood. We're all running these dual operating systems.
Think of it like a computer, right? You have layer 1 in the foreground. That's your job, your rent, making appointments, being a person in the world.
This layer demands professionalism, control.
But then there's layer 2, running in the background, the invisible self. And it only really boots up when layer 1 is about to crash, when your CPU hits 100%. This absurd fantasy self kicks in to prevent a meltdown.
Jon Hamm's dance is the surreal spirit animal of that invisible layer.
It is. It's the mental compartment that has no utility, no logic, no dignity. And yet, it is the only thing keeping the whole system from a total thermal shutdown.
It's comedy as confession. In a world that's so full of performance, the perfect Instagram, the LinkedIn profile, being the perfect parent, the only honest space left is shared self-deprecating humor.
So when you post that meme, you're not just sharing a joke, you're sending a signal. You're saying, I am barely holding it together, but here's how I'm processing it. By pretending I'm a washed-up hedge fund bro dancing badly in a dark room.
And the power is that everyone else sees it and gets it. That collective gasp of recognition, that silent agreement that we're all just a few bad emails away from dissociating onto a sticky metaphorical club floor.
The Jon Hamm meme works because it is the perfect articulation of the burnout fantasy. We're overwhelmed on the outside and we're required to ignore it, so we dissociate. We dance through the existential noise on the inside.
So to wrap this all up, we've gone from Don Draper's punishing control to Coop's sloppy, glorious surrender, and the meme isn't really about Jon Hamm at all.
Not at all. It's about the universal need to find a psychological detour from a reality that just demands infinite output with zero emotional release.
And the final thought, the takeaway, is this massive shift in what rebellion looks like. Don Draper thought survival was detachment, don't care, don't want, don't feel. This meme proves that in 2025, the biggest act of rebellion isn't success, it isn't even detachment. It's this simple, glorious choice to just want a beat, a dark room, and permission to move.
Even if you look like a total idiot doing it.
Especially if you look like a total idiot doing it.
Sure.
That choice to be absurd, to look undignified, that's the new freedom.
It's the refusal to contain the chaos.
Exactly. So keep looping that GIF, you beautiful, high-functioning stress goblins. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.